Hey everybody, this is 3454 here with a new Let's Play of Jak and Daxter. This is actually part of the Jak and Daxter collection. It's an HD re-release of the first three games, much like the Sly collection, Ratchet and Clank collection, that kind of stuff. Like, these are one of the pretty much mascots of the original PlayStation 2. So, I am actually kind of looking forward to this. I have actually played Jak 3, but I don't believe I've played Jak 2 or Jak and Daxter. So, this is actually going to be a pretty new thing for me. I might have played a little bit of Jak 2 actually. But Jak and Daxter, I don't think I've played at all. So this is going to be something. It's going to be something for me. It's by Naughty Dog, by the way. I like Naughty Dog. They were like one of the main contributors to the PlayStation 2. And Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. I'll look with options. I do want to go sound options, sound effects. I want to drop that a little bit. Music, drop that. Like sound effects mostly, because I feel like sound effects are never dumbed down for my videos. Right? Because in every single video I have, music doesn't tend to get in the way, but when I get into an action scene, whether I'm shooting a gun or hitting something, the explosion of hitting it just makes it, just overshadows my voice. Also, this is the most sensitive thing I've ever seen. Barely tapping it usually gets me 3 or 4, which is not a very nice number. I don't like that kind of number. Vibration, sure. Play hands, sure. Language, of course, English. I am an English-speaking American. Camera control. I can never remember which way I prefer it. So, depending on how it turns out, I might switch that later. And so, new game. There is no save date. Would you like to create a Jak and Daxter save? Of course I would. Just take file number 1.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been a real loser. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay, okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
They was, I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it, if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
I feel like a lot of things just happened. And there was absolutely no subtitles. Is that even an option? I don't think that's an option. Real quick, how does this feel if I use the flipped? Yeah, I probably do.
Back through the warp gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
So I feel like a lot of things just kind of got told to us.
Floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Well, it's quite easy to tell how old this game really is. see. Oh. Huh.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab zoomer.
That reminds me of a lot of Sly Cooper. When he gets the keys.
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first.
Hmm.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all. Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
They just kind of throw you into this.
Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
You know, for not knowing a lot about the precursors, we certainly know a lot about their just items.
Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power. This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
But I really just feel like this story happened really fast.
That's a Blue Eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of Blue Eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
No one seemed to really care that Daxter is now in, I don't even know what that's called.
Good work. The Blue Eco caused the door to open. With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
I know there's a name for that species, but I'm not sure if it's a name based off of real life or it's one they made up.
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health. You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Oh. My cat distracted me. It's trying to get in. But I can swim, which is already, you know, an improvement. Oh, jeez. Well, I made it. That's the important part. I get everything here, though. Just gonna assume so, and if I need to, I probably could come back. So many options. I'll go to the Green Sage's hut, you know. I feel like that'd be an important place to go.